Guess what? Me again. Like a bad penny. I just keep turning up. Just keep turning up. Then I enjoy rough on the feathers, which I know I do. Isn't that right? I know I do. Are you going to have? You going to be able to come up with excuses for Jimmy the Christian when he finally gets into court? Is that something you're going to be able to do? You're going to have a boatload of excuses if Alicia gets dragged into court. It's liable to happen. The other thing this is liable to happen is you're going to get dragged into court as well. Because they've got his phone. So whether or not you're using a throwaway phone or disposable phone or burner phone, whatever you want to call it, it doesn't matter. It's too late. They already got the records. And just because you dumped your laptop, they already got the records from his side. You know, he pled not guilty just to take it to trial so that he could try to become famous and or infamous. Infamous would be more likely. Because trash like that, anybody that does even half, just half the things that he claims that he did, yeah, they don't even raise. He's going to last. When he goes to the big house, he'll last, what, 15, 20 minutes? He'll be lucky to last a day. He might make it through the diagnostic and evaluation part. You know, that's where they try to figure out where they're going to put you. So he might make it through that part because that's pretty high security shit there. And you're being watched all the time. So chances are he'd make it through that. Got to get himself classified. And then once that was done, he gets into general population. Once they find out what he's done. It's over. Guys like that don't rate very high on the prison food chain. That's why these guys that get arrested and accused of stuff like this, they always try to make a deal because they know what's going to happen if they end up behind the walls. And if they don't end up dead, yeah, they'll end up foobar. They'll end up foobar big time. Yep. Going up the overpass once again. And this one is not as long as the other overpass that's in town. It's up on O Street. That's a long one. That's long. This one's a little steeper, so I take more breathers, as you can tell. And this is also this is relatively new compared to the O Street one. So once again, my errands for the day are complete. I don't need to go anyplace else. Unless it's because I want to go out and get a bite to eat someplace. Or something like that. I think tonight I'm going to make sloppy joes in my own kitchen with my own groceries out of my own refrigerator on my own plates that I don't have to share. Like someone else has got to share all their stuff because all they do is rent a room. They don't want to go through the trouble of following rules to get an apartment. Isn't that right? I think it's right. But frankly, I didn't know that there was, when you went to get into the senior place, like I did, which he would qualify for because he's 56. This one is 55 or older. So he would qualify for this. The problem is they do a background check, number one. Number two, one of the pieces of paper that you fill out has to do with if you've ever been in any kind of trouble in regards to domestic violence. And if you lie about it, you're done. But at the same token, with what he got charged with, he would have been turned down immediately. They're not going to put up with that stuff. And you can't really blame them. You know, because there are vulnerable women that stay here. Even in my building, there's, I don't know, half a dozen or so women and men. So it's they don't want people like that around. You know, whether or not, and considering that it was technically conviction for aggravated assault, well, you ain't gonna get in. And then of course you have the rules, just the standard everyday respect rule, basically. There's no smoking in the building. You can go outside and smoke if you want to, that's fine. No alcohol. Well, there it goes. You know who would just be ripping up that application at that point where it says no alcohol? He'd never be able to abide by that rule. Likes that beer too much. Likes that beer too much. that's his priority. Drinking the beer, drinking the beer. And the thing is, I got here in late September, and I took a breather for a few days. Just to kind of collect myself and get it back together. And then I spent virtually every day after that going out, filling out apartment applications, filling out paperwork, turning in things, picking up applications, turning them in later if they couldn't be turned in that day, or if they were closed, or they wanted you to come back, or whatever. And I was on multiple waiting lists. And then I finally got a call just before Thanksgiving that this place had opened up, and if I wanted the apartment. Of course, that question was answered with a big old resounding yes. And again, I still had to go do a buttload of paperwork. And I did all that, and I got in the apartment. And it's an apartment. It's not a room for rent. I don't walk down the hallway to take a bath. I don't walk down the hallway to take a shower. I don't walk down the hallway to cook a meal. I don't walk down the hallway at 2, 3 o'clock in the morning and expect to run into 14, 15 people. Why? Because I got my own kitchen. I don't have to share food. I don't have to worry about people like him stealing my food because I got it in my own place. Got it in my own place. And I know he can't say that. Can't say it at all. And the only time you see him is like this next to that frickin' camera. Got it pointed from about beard up. And he's got so close to him that if he takes a drink, you can hear him gulp it. Yeah, that's quality stream there, bud. Quality stream. Let alone in the stream from last night, you had crap in your beard and you didn't even bother to brush it off. That's called being a pig. That's called being a pig. So anyway, I'm going to get down here and I'm going to get back. I'm going to fix myself something to eat in my own kitchen. And then I'm going to get some stuff straightened up and set up. And maybe I'll go live from my own apartment later. So, hey, you guys have a good one. Catch you later.